This is the kind of occasion we all relish as football fans. Non-stop hype all week long, and now for the action. Good evening and welcome ahead of what should be a pulsating night of football. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me in the commentary position is the former Arsenal and West Ham midfield player Stuart Robson. And the stage is set for clubs match action. What are you expecting?
We can talk about coaches and their methods, but it's now down to the players. Which ones are going to stand out, who will affect the game, and who will have the greater desire? It should be a cracking game, though.
And the keeper parried it away in style. So now a corner. Who can they pick out? Well, smuggled behind for another corner. Nervy clearance. Well, high degree of difficulty, technical excellence.
A little bit unlucky there because it's a really good volley.
He has teammates around him, but quick thinking defensively. Kaiser with it. Kenneth. Superbly read and executed. And just fired out of there. Nani. And cutting it out. It's an effective cross aimed at the back post. Could be troublesome. Is it going to be? Unbelievable reflexes from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, had no right to save that, did he? Wonderful stop.
Let's see about the delivery. And in a crowded area, the keeper has managed to get there. Pogba. A very good tackle.
The stadium is a family-friendly environment and only soft drinks can be taken down to your seats. Thank you for your cooperation.
Playing with a flow and intensity. Referee deciding to give the free kick. Crossing into the middle. And he has players waiting at the back post. Not a convincing clearance. Oh dear, up a dead end. It was promising.
Really good defending there.
Well, slightly off target, and that'll be a throw-in. And out for a throw-in. The pass could have been better. Possession regained by the old boys. Well, that attack collapsed completely. Quick break could be on. And should have been so much more incisive. Intercepted at the right time. In position. Well, what a stop it was.
Well, I have to say, that's a magnificent save. That's a top-class piece of goalkeeping.
Wherever it comes, but fisted away by the goalkeeper. Suddenly they have possession. Opportunity to deliver the cross. There's still an issue here. And he couldn't quite get himself back on side, Stuart.
Well, as a player, you need to be able to change your mind, but he wasn't able to, and that's a poor pass.
Well, they couldn't take advantage of the opportunity. Now with Zhang. Pogba. Distributing it well. Well, the keeper had to intervene under a bit of pressure there. Love. Viviani. Decent idea. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Oh, could be an opportunity here. Can he put them in front? Well, it was a wonderful chance, but the goalkeeper comes through.
Yes, Derek, we have to give credit to the keeper, but surely he should have scored there. That's a big, big chance.
And there's the delivery. A goal! The opening statement of the match. A richly deserved lead, and now they can celebrate. Now what can they do from here? They're putting all their energies into winning back possession. And a fine cross. Oh, tremendous block. Well, if only he'd been able to stay onside.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Stay onside, and that could have been a really big chance.
And a goal! Another one! Two in quick succession. No wonder they're celebrating. So the ball rolling again. 2-0. Zhang. On to Tan. Can they take advantage? Kaiser with it. Nani. Kenneth. Well, they're moving it around with real purpose here. Good ball over the top. Can they stop it going in? Well, it did look promising for a bit. And unable to keep possession. Well, in terms of added time, a minimum of 1 minute. And the managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in the... So back in business here. Who wants it more in the second half? Viviani. Rogers. Nice looking move this. Well, that takes the wind out of their sails. Great defending. And a throw in forthcoming. Kaiser. Kenneth. That's a good looking pass. Viviani. Rogers. Playing with a flow and intensity. He's in with a chance. Well, you can't argue with finishing like that. Superb stuff.
let's take another look at this, because the turn to beat his marker is absolutely brilliant. He just leaves him for dead and opens up the space for him to finish. What a piece of skill that is.
And goes for goal! Intends on keeping it out. And the verdict of the officials is offside.
Well, he just gets caught ball watching here. Needs to be more alive, work harder to keep onside and be ready for the chance.
Now with Tan. And Zhang. Crossed into the penalty area. Good work by the old boys to make sure possession changed hands. Strong challenge.
Well, there you have it. The hosts have had so much of the possession and have used it really well today, particularly in the midfield areas. And I expect more of the same as the game goes on.
De Assis. Viviani. Well, the scoreline means they can focus on keeping possession.
Yeah, they're certainly enjoying this.
Rodgers. Maybe dangerous here. So out over the byline and a corner. And over comes the corner. Good conditions for the counter. Well, a disappointing end to that break. Kaiser. De Assis. Nani. It is to be a throw-in. Well, he stopped them in their tracks. Now with Tan. Goalkeeper has it. Managed to get it out of there.
Well, no frills there, but sometimes that's what's needed.
And it's going to be a free kick. So a throw in here. Chance to finish. Opportunity still there. Pogba. Chance to shoot. And a goal it is. Just what she was hoping to contribute. So back underway at 3-1. Well, nicely cut out. Now what can they do with the ball? Pogba. Yoon. And the assistant referee has raised his flag. Offside. Showing a great defensive instinct. Promising possession, this. And in with a real chance. Real defensive resilience. Promising passage, but came to nothing. Now a decent position. She has options. Well, they couldn't keep possession. And we've entered the final 5 minutes. Goes through for the goal kick. From one side of the pitch to the other.
Well done quickly. That's a very good tactic.
Well, taking into account all the stoppages, 2 minutes to be added on. Delivering it into the box. Well, a swift challenge and a throw-in coming up. And that is going to be that. Well, a tale of woe in terms of the scoreline as far as the visitors are concerned here.
You're absolutely right. They really...